Hi everyone, this is Ashley again. I want to talk about how people be trying to tell you how to treat your kids. It's crazy how a person could think they know everything about how to discipline kids. Every child is not the same. Some kids literally you could talk to and they listen. Some kids, you have to go to extreme levels with them. Every child is not the same. Some kids is hyperactive. Some kids are very well laid back, in the house kid. Some kids are very outgoing. Do not tell people how to raise their kids at all. Like, unless your child have the best career out there and all your kids literally are prosperous, no anger management issues and everything, I look at all that before a person try to tell me how to discipline my kids. I'm gonna tell you how I discipline my kids, and it worked real well with my kids. Be truthfully honest. I do not physically discipline my kids unless necessary. I'm not telling no one to beat their kids, punch their kids, slap their kids, slam them on the ground, stomp their kids. I'm not telling you to do nothing like that because I would never do my kids or anyone else's kids. Personally, I don't discipline other people's kids. That's just me. Because I don't want nobody putting their hands on mine. And I tell anyone that. Because other people don't discipline your kids the same way you would discipline your kids. How I handle my kid, because I have a teenager and I have a toddler. How I discipline my kids is by talking to them first. And I do have conversations with my kids and tell them how I feel. Do I yell sometimes? Yes, I do. Because seeing like, hey, if you say, hey, baby, hey, come here, let me talk to you, sit down. That's approachable. And then if they ignore you, you like, hello. If you got to raise your voice to get, hey, come here. And if they don't want to listen that way, take away whatever they like. I mean, take it away. If they are not going to respect you, take away. Let me tell you, I have a teenager. She's 15 years old. I'm going to tell you what I do to her. I turned off her cell phone. She started changing instantly. I didn't allow her to go to her friend's house. I don't allow her to participate in any other activities. I didn't do all that simultaneously. I did the phone first. See how you act. She went back, ate it up again. I didn't buy her nothing for Christmas. I didn't buy her nothing. I didn't pay for no sports activities. I didn't do all that all at once. It graduated with that attitude to show who was boss. You want to disrespect me? Just because your child is a straight A student does not give them the rights to disrespect their parents. They may treat them teachers. They may treat them the authority figures, the people that can mess up their life, with utmost respect. But if they act up and don't want to do certain things, don't want to clean up, don't want to do household chores, don't want to do all these things, you do not have to do nothing but feed them, house them, and clothe them. And that's all I did to my child for 2 years until that attitude changed. I have to have a 3-inch bed off the floor that was a blow-up bed. I took a TV out of her room and I put her on punishment until you get your mind right and to show your authority in your house. I turned that cell phone off. I ain't buy no birthdays. I ain't do nothing. Because I said, if I spend my money on you, and it had to go to the whole nother year, I took away her sports. But then she lucky them teachers at that school valued her as a sport and they paid for that stuff. The principal and the dean. I said, I'm not gonna spend my money on a rebellious child. And I'm gonna tell you, I had to explain to them what she said to me. They couldn't believe it. Until they learned her personality, they was amazed. You understand? Them shouldn't be having them manipulative attitudes. They manipulate people and lie or anything to get what they want. And I learned that the hard way with my child. So when it comes to attitudes with a teenager, you could do the same thing with your other kids. Your youngest ones too. Take away the thing that rip their heart out their chest and beep it in your hand. I'm telling you. And now she get birthday parties, Christmas gifts, spending money on sports activities. I was one of them parents that's on top of my children's schooling. I was one of them parents that was rooting in the crowds, playing her sports. I was one of them supportive parents. I feel like a straight A student or AB, 1B, 2 Bs possibly on that report card, get the world. Take them on a shopping spree. Do the best and show them I am proud of you and tell them you're proud of them. Don't ever tell them that they cannot do nothing. You can't do that. Nah, and don't ever tell them don't do this, don't do that. Push them to the greatness that they have. Push them. And if anybody say, why are you so hard on her? Because I know the potential of my child. My child was a straight A student. My child, that's what she better bring in my house, or it's on dire consequences behind their actions. Because if you can't maintain that GPA and that straight A 1B on that report card, if you can't maintain that, I don't care nothing about no sports. I care about my kids' education. I value that more than a sports activity, because that education and that college degree and sports is not a lifetime thing. That is a temporary thing, because them after long term, them sports activities, they wear down on their legs, their feet, and their muscles and all that stuff, and then you could hurt yourself and everything. But when it comes to education, that carries you for the rest of your life. Everybody think sports and careers like that, retiring from sports, them people have health problems as well. So when it comes to that, I value my kids. I do whatever I have to do, because I was a deprived child of not being able to play sports growing up. But I tell anyone, if you can't afford it, I understand it. But do not. I sacrificed my money for my kids, because my child got a scholarship to college and elementary school, scholarship to college in middle school. She in high school now, 2 scholarships behind her belt. So when I tell you this advice right here, it works. It's work in progress. Take a notation down. Keep a life journal to see if y'all overcame a milestone with communication, open communication. Parents, listen to your kids. Just because you're grown, listen to your kids when they want to talk to you about something. Open communication with your kids and come ask them, hey, come and sit down and talk to me. How was school? I really am interested. I want to see how everything going, because I haven't took out time with you to see how everything going in school. What's going on? That's how you talk to your kids. Come and sit down and talk to me, because I want to know. I'm interested, and I ask my child that. I always, because you need to know what kind of friends they got, who they hang around, what kind of personality their friends is, and if they, hey, talk to me about how you the students is and stuff like that. And their best friend, be nosy. Be nosy. I'm a nosy parent. I was one of them types going I paid a cell phone bill. I get to open it up. I'm gonna see what's going on, because you never know if someone is trying to encourage your kids to have sex. You never know if what's going on at school. And I tell anybody that you better get it together. I was able to see stuff was said with my daughter with her best friend, and that child was out there doing stuff with boys. And that was 11 years old. I caught that, and I'm just so proud of mines. Mines don't do that. I tell anybody that my child ain't in that state of mind. She know her mama ain't all wrapped upstairs right. I ain't wrapped upstairs right. That's how she feel it. My child felt like my mama ain't wrapped too tight. My mama will not be an easy person to deal with if I open these legs up. I'm proud of her. I was traumatized to see it, but I talked to her and told her how proud I was of her. I don't want you to have a messed up reputation. And she learned that what they did to that girl, she was like, Mom, I'm glad you talked to me. I appreciate that. They call her HOE. They call her I am. Spreading it all around the school. Yeah, what they gonna do, baby. And I was just proud that she didn't fold under peer pressure. Now, my 2-year-old, he's a little rebellious little spirit he has, but he's very smart, very independent. He was showing independence at 13 months old, helping mama with stuff. Don't tell your kids at age 2 they can't do certain things. Pick up their toys and all that stuff. You could teach them baby steps with stuff. And they'll be independent and help you when you get older, because if you're embedding your kids' head that they can't do certain things, they're gonna always carry it like that. So start with baby steps. Pick up your toys over there, put it over here, let them do things, show them how to write and everything, and pronounce their words correctly. I have a problem with that myself, but I definitely know and buy certain movies for your kids to view, as far as ABC, My Baby Can Read. Look that up. That's what I do right now with my son. It is amazing. I love it. It's called My Baby Can Read. I'm going to show this to you a quick second here. Hold on. I love it. You hear me? Yeah, I hope y'all can see that. It's called My Baby Can Read. That's the volume 1 of it, everyone. It's wonderful. He is very smart. It shows, talk about numbers, shapes, and nursery rhymes, and colors, and tell them all about their eyes, nose, ears, mouth, all those things right there. It really works. I love it. And my son, they got the books, the flashcards, and the DVDs. And you can look it up online. It helps your kids to understand everything that they need to know. It's different volumes of it. And continue to let them go in, watch the movie, ask them stuff, point to the things, and ask them and get the book and open it up. It tells you everything that's on the DVD and everything, and see what they learned, and continue to do that. Get them ready for early head start. My son will be going to school in August, early head start. He know how to do, he know how to put on his shoes and socks. He know how to put on his shorts, put them on backwards, put the shoes on the wrong feet, but he actually now at this point, he really doing well. Sometimes he put them on right, and sometimes he put them on wrong, but I have to show it and turn it around. But do not ever not push your kid for greatness. Always motivate them. Tell them they can. You can. You can. Yes, go ahead and do that. Have a blessed day. Bye.